So we're back in the park taking a walk. It's Friday. It's been a full week of painting and I'm still in my painting clothes. And anyway, it's the first moment I've had to kind of get out here and try to do another walk and talk about whatever's going on. But through the week, I've had lots and lots of thoughts going on what I would like to talk about. One of the things I would like to touch on is how my spiritual journey is going and progressing. I tell you, once you get kind of socialized in an aspect of where you're not supposed to necessarily trust your intuition, and culture tries to lead you a certain direction to believe, and then that doesn't work for you, and you finally realize how you are supposed to connect, and that we are supposed to be more of this world and in touch with all of the things in nature around us. And you're trying to recognize signs and synchronicities as they're sent to you by your angels and spirit guides, loved ones past, or anybody in your soul society. And I'm struggling with it, honestly. I'm struggling with it. I'm doing better. I've noticed progression, but a lot of times it's very, very delayed. Like, for example, I want to it's probably going to be lengthy. So the week before I came up here, I was working on something using my table saw out the back of the house in Tennessee. I went in, looked outside a few moments later, realized it was raining, and had to run out and get my table saw to bring it in. As soon as I'm opening up the door to go out and hurry up and pack it up so I can pull it in, I'm seeing this huge, bright rainbow. And it's out the back of our house going into the woods, mind you. Not an open area, but in between trees into the woods. It was so bright. I hurried up and got the table saw in, and then went back out to try to take a picture, and it was already fading. So I hurry up and I book it, running up the stairs to run out the front of the house. Mind you, it's raining all around. It's a pretty steady rain, and I run out the front yard, and I'm going in this direction, and I'm going in that direction, and I'm going 3 or 4 different areas to try to see if I can see a rainbow above the trees, and I can't find one anywhere. And so then I'm like, well, bummer. That was a beautiful rainbow, and I couldn't even get a picture of it. It came and it went that fast. And then I realized it's raining all around me. And now we'll jet on over to how that looked. I was thinking I might be sounding a little bit senile by that point, but here, let's take a look. In lieu of probably being viewed as a nutcase, it's raining right now. I was working out on the back patio with my table saw, and it suddenly started coming down, and I hurried up and I packed everything up. It's still coming down, but I walked out front because I saw a rainbow out the back through the woods, and as soon as I grabbed my camera to go get it, a picture of it, it was fading very, very fast by the time I opened the door and went out. It wasn't even bright enough to capture it anymore. So I came out front in order to take a picture or see if the view was better from the front to be further back from it. And I hear the rain coming down all around me, and I'm not being touched by any of it. I mean, I can hear it landing on the leaves right beside me, but it's not getting me. Oh, I think I finally felt one drop, so I'm not crazy. Oh my gosh, I must have been just standing in one, like, non-release cloud or something. So that was that moment. I was wondering if I was going crazy. So this was an amazing experience. I felt like a huge hug, warmth and comfortable was like surrounding me, and I knew it had to have been a spiritual event, but I didn't take steps towards figuring it out. Now, the feeling that you get when your soul society is reaching out to you is something of itself that is proof enough. But I think it's good to look things up to understand what the symbolization is meaning or probably directing you to, not because it's more important than the act itself. The way you feel in your intuition or your beliefs are strong enough, but I think for me, especially right now, just looking up information and the suggestions that are typically related to what the symbolism could be is confirmation that I am going in the right direction. So after I was up here for a few days, that's when I finally took the time to start looking up some of these spiritual meanings to what I was seeing going on around me. And it took a third symbol to kind of spur me along and do that, which was then constantly seeing blackbirds flying around past windows near where I was at. Wherever I was at, they seemed to be there for a couple of days. And I knew that blackbirds had spiritual meaning and was thought of by different cultures to have spiritual connection, but I didn't remember what they were or whatnot. And I finally took the time to look things up. All three of these things, the rainbow, going especially through the woods, the being outside and not being rained on no matter where I went in a rainstorm, or in a rain shower I should say, and blackbirds, they're all connected to your spiritual growth. So the reason that I'm going on about this isn't because I'm trying to tell somebody some new information. It's new to me. I'm just trying to figure it out. I guess the reason I'm mentioning it is because so many of us take it for granted that, oh, that's just a beautiful rainbow over there. Or, yeah, seems like everywhere I go there's crows and blackbirds here lately. And they don't put anything else to it. And it could be a sign that's being sent to you. What I discovered about rainbows and their meaning, especially those seen in the woods, is representing opportunities coming your way, a new start. They're considered bridges between our realm and the spiritual realm, connecting us to the higher power. And they also signify personal growth and spiritual awakening. Signs that are given to you by your soul society can kind of have a broad array of meanings, so you really have to interpret them as to how you discovered it, what you were feeling when you discovered it, and a lot of different things that I'm still learning. So I would say again, just pay attention to those things around you. They could be signs from your past loved ones or your spirit guides or God himself. Being in the rain without being touched by the rain is a sense of divine protection. It's a unique spiritual connection that you're having at that time, a renewal, so to speak. It also can be considered a direct sign of love from God himself, which can be a personal blessing or a unique favor bestowed upon you. It's also a cleansing, a purification, so to speak.
Hey, Yogi Bugs. Good job. You stopped yourself. Good boy.
She's funny. Another interpretation can be that you are being guided and protected along your spiritual journey, and you're being shielded from negative energy. And the blackbirds themselves are inviting you to reflect on your spiritual journey. So I'm basically just kind of putting this out there as a reminder to people who may have not thought of this before. And maybe you have thought when I first started talking about trying to have a journey to positivity and more spiritual growth and connection to the world around me and the nature around me, that I might be a little bit Looney Tunes. But for all of those things to keep happening to me, and all of them connecting to positive progression of a spiritual path, it just proves that God is telling me He gave us all of this so that we could have more peace in our life and have a better life. And instead, we allow man-made rules to overrule us and forget about all of the connections to nature and the world around us. We don't follow our intuition. We don't realize all the signs and symbols that are around us of our loved ones, regardless if they're here anymore or not. They really still are always around us and always guiding us and always giving us support. And it all goes back to what I said in a previous video, where I said none of us are here doing it alone. We have loads of support and guidance and direction and protection and all sorts of measures in place to help us succeed in life if we choose to. So that's all I wanted to say today. Until next time, peace out.